Hello, everybody, and welcome to the High Hopes podcast. I'm your host, YeetMeister, accompanied by co-hosts Akira and Wrath, and this is the reboot to the video game podcast. What the fuck is that?
Your
Well,
mom.
okay, we're starting like that. Gotcha. All right, I don't really know how we were going to run this podcast. We were just going to kind of run over topics as we came along them, that kind of thing. What we were just talking about, because it came across in conversation earlier, was it Breaking Bad? Yeah, Breaking Bad.
Mm-hmm.
I am watching it for the third time all the way through now, and I still don't quite understand why it's so popular. I, everyone says it's a
Drugs.
masterpiece. Everyone, and I
Drugs.
I can't get it. I don't get it. It's an okay show. Don't get me wrong. It's okay. I don't understand what makes it that good.
Oh, what the
It's very confusing to me.
drugs?
Drugs.
Drugs.
Yeah, some methamphetamine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dr-
Drugs.
drugs.
All right, that's cool. So, what are your guys'
no.
thoughts on that?
Drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you have anything else to say other than that? Am I just gonna carry this by myself? Because neither one of you has really even
I've
tried
never
it.
watched
wasn't
the
gonna
show.
interrupt
I
her,
have
that's why.
no idea what the show's about. I've never watched it. I don't
Really?
want to watch it.
Huh.
No.
mean, it's on
I've never seen the
Netflix.
show. I don't want to watch it.
I
honestly
didn't
don't.
Never
say
really.
you fucking had to. Damn. I was just trying to get you to get some input on there. I'm just
don't
like
have any
carrying
input.
it.
The only thing I know is about drugs or something, or it's like that. I
Yes,
don't know.
it's a guy who cooks methamphetamine. That's literally
make
the
money
entire
for his
point of the show.
surgery.
Yeah, well, no,
Like,
to make money for
that's
his
the only
family
thing
before
I
he
know.
dies. That's the general point. He doesn't want to live anymore. Or at least he's kind of just accepted that he's going to die of cancer. Like, he doesn't want to try and fight it, so he just tries to make money with meth and then give the money to his family before he dies. That's basically the whole plot of the show.
That sounds like a stupid show.
I mean,
Same thing with
yes.
Better Call Saul.
I agree with Better Call Saul. I went into Better Call Saul with the expectations of Breaking Bad, and I think that's why I got let down so much, because I just assumed that it would continue off with the same guy from Breaking Bad, but it's a completely different show. And I kind of figured that out a bit later on than I should have. Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, I don't know. I never really took interest. My brother has watched both shows like 3 or 4 times a piece. He
I
just keeps
watched-
watching it. I don't understand. It just never really piqued my interest. Honestly, it's probably because of the dumb trick TikTok stuff. Everything that pops up on TikTok, people have to over-assess about.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's everything in the entire world.
I think that's the
No,
reason that I'm rewatching
we never really
it again,
had a big
though.
we never really had a big problem with any of this stuff before TikTok came out. You had Instagram, but people were never making an over excessive about trends on
I mean,
on TikTok.
he's not wrong. It's easier with short form content like that because you don't just see people making like 10-second YouTube videos about, oh, go watch Breaking Bad because of this specific scene. Like, it's so easy to do that with YouTube Shorts and TikTok and Instagram now because you can just cut up a short segment, and because it's not copyright written or whatever, you can't get in trouble for it, or if you don't monetize it or whatever, that kind of thing. So
Yeah, so it's just free advertisement for them.
pretty much,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like it's super easy, and it's easy to just spam, a ton of like good clips that are out of context and be like, this was a badass moment by Walter White because he told Jesse to go fuck himself or whatever. How dare he cook his meth recipe without his permission?
Tyler, I am the danger. The stupid
Yeah,
ass
like
meme.
there's it's just it's weird. It's very
I agree with that because also, so there's this Netflix show that's been around. It's like new or something. It's got like 2 seasons, I think. It's
What's it
called Ginny.
called?
It's called Ginny and Georgia. It's on Netflix, and it's like
Oh,
Oh,
about
I
like
yeah,
know.
I saw
Yeah,
a clip of that yesterday, I
I've seen
think.
a bunch of clips about it. Actually, it looks decent. I kind of want
it,
to watch it,
it
but I haven't.
it's it's okay. Like I watched a show because I finally caved in. Like, okay, fine. What the heck is the show about? It's about a teen mom who did crime in her youth because she was abused and she ran away from home. She got pregnant at 15, and then the show's mainly about her daughter though, and her and her daughter's relationship.
Hmm.
It's really stupid. It's not as fun as it sounds or looks.
It
It's
didn't look
when
interesting
you
to me, but it was
when
only
you
because of
listen.
the one clip I saw, which was just about, I guess, a kid who smoked weed, and he was like, "What the fuck was that shit?" And he was like, "Oh, I just got caught with weed," and like he didn't seem to care, and that was the whole
Yeah,
clip. And I was like, what was I supposed to see during that made me interested?
the weed thing is like it's like three like probably three scenes in the whole thing that deal with like drugs or stuff.
That seemed to be what I got off the thing
And
when I
even
watched
then,
it.
even then, there's like so much talk about it, but there's like the whole there's like a crap ton of drug use and teenage drinking use, and I'm like, you're literally just trying to say you can only be cool if you fucking have sex as a teenager, do drugs and drink.
I
Oh,
mean,
I,
but
Like that's
I
the
don't.
whole
nobody has
premise.
ever said that though. I'm sorry, but
No, but
what?
that's literally the whole premise of the show is teenage sex, drinking, and doing drugs.
I mean, I
The
I
whole
guess
premise
I
of the
have never
show is a
watched it though.
relationship issues with their parents, because you got
Well,
her relationship with the daughter
that's
and
what
mother. You got the relationship between the father and mother, the daughter and father, and then the father and stepfather, and then all that stuff. There's a bunch. It's just relationship. It's just
it's
family issues. It's
supposed
all it's about, and
it's supposed to
overcoming
be.
them. But I don't know. I've never really
That's
watched the whole
supposed
thing.
Yeah, that's supposed to be like what the whole show is about, but it's not. It's just so overtaken by the drugs and all that other stuff. It's like
Wasn't there?
what am I
Wasn't there an
watching?
Wasn't there an episode where she was asked her mom how does she perform a blowjob or something?
Yeah. It literally was like there was like at the end of the episode it was like give a blowjob to somebody. It's like what the fuck? Mom literally taught her.
It almost reminds me like of Shameless. That's what this show reminds me of. Like
That
Shameless,
show
but
was so
worse. Like Shameless is funny as fuck, but they do it so well. It just sounds like a shittier version of that show.
It
Like,
probably
have
is.
you
That
ever
show was
watched
pretty good.
Shameless, Liv?
I
'Cause
watched part of it. I never finished
it's
it.
fucking hilarious. I love it.
I haven't watched it.
I mean, it's pretty raunchy, but it's like a bunch of city kids who grew up without a father and mother because their father is
And there
there, but
and
he's a
there's
drunkard, and their mother left because she's bipolar and she's fucking crazy, and she can't commit to anything because she's too scared to. And they basically the oldest child takes care of all of her siblings, and they live in the city, so you got a lot of the ghetto shit and everything going on. They're poor, that kind of stuff, and they
No,
just like every little topic and like what is it like? I don't not era, but what do they do for Dragon Ball? What do they call them? Every like little thing they go
sagas.
over sagas. Yeah, I guess every saga or every like big major plot point that comes along is always interesting because it's something that would happen in real life that you would be like, oh shit, that's a pretty
Car
big thing, you know?
Carl goes to juvie.
Yeah, Carl goes to juvie. Their father tries to
Makes
get
juvies.
their sister tries to get the rights to be their parental guardians so that she can actually take care of them, but the father tries to like last second keep hold of them so he can get his payment checks for having as many kids as he has, that kind of thing. Like actually fucked up scenarios, but they make it work really well. And that's what makes it a really
And
good
funny
show.
at the same time.
Yeah, and funny because like, the show is really well made. I like it. I like Shameless. It does get kind of fucked near the end because a lot of the characters do start to like change. Because you see them grow up. You see them go from kids to, some of them get to be adults or become adults as, they get older. But
Carl becomes a cop. I've seen a bunch of those clips.
yeah, it's not a bad show, but I feel like they kind of went on too long. I feel like once they got rid of like the main actress who was taking care of her siblings, they kind of should just let the show go there, you know? Like giving them the ending. And it doesn't even have to be like a great ending, but just give them an ending because I feel like now it's changed to a point where it's just a show it's like SpongeBob. It's existing to exist. I could be wrong on that. Some people may still really like the show, but I hate when shows get to the point where they just like start coming up with really just extra episodes and shit, or not even extra episodes, just they come up with the most wildest fucking plot points to keep the show going. Like what was the one show I'm trying to think of? I can't remember.
Like The Flash.
Yes, The Flash. Exactly. Like, you get a lot of good points, like Savitar and shit, and, like, they're really good. You know, they may have a lot of plot holes. They're not the perfect show in the world, and I don't think The Flash is. But then you get the seasons where, like, these 4 random people get imbued with the power of the fucking Speed Force, and now they're calling Barry and Iris mom and dad. They're still human beings with actual fucking parents. What is this bullshit? It's like, it's so stupid. Like, at that point, I'm just like, this is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever watched in my life. I just watched 4 grown human-ass beings be like, hi, Mom, hi, Dad, you own us now. We're from the Speed Force. You gave us birth because of some reason. And I'm like, no. No, burn it with fire. Kill it now. It needs to fucking die. Like, it's not okay.
Unfortunate.
I literally stopped watching Flash after Nora died, like the first time.
Nora?
The daughter.
His daughter.
She
his
died?
daughter that came from the
I don't
future.
remember her
No,
dying.
She
Yeah,
went
she
back into
stopped
the Speed Force
existing.
because she was from the future.
Right, yeah, I remember that part.
Existing. Because something happened and she stopped existing then.
I guess spoilers for any of these shows. I mean, a
They've
lot
been
of
out
these
for
shows have been out for
They've
a
been out for a
while, so
while.
yeah.
And the Flash is ending, so if you care about Flash, then you
I
honestly...
mean, that's
I
the only
don't-
reason we're
I-
talking
I-
about The Flash, because I really don't care. I don't even want to watch the last season. I don't even know where it's going to
so
go.
dumb.
I haven't touched it since.
It's
what was
so
it,
dumb.
Salvatore?
But Savitar
Dude,
was
the
the last good season. I really enjoyed the Savitar season, but like after that, I just...
Guy after Salvatore, like the guy in the chair. I stopped watching after that.
Oh,
that
the guy
one.
in the chair was so weird. It's like, you can't outthink me. And then Barry's like, yeah, I can. And that's just how the whole season goes.
Yeah.
It's like, this dude has every fucking precaution possible, and Barry's just like, magic, motherfucker.
Yeah, the
That's
new
so
season is
stupid.
just the new season is just like that. The new enemy is so retarded. It's a chick called Red Death, and apparently she created her own Speed Force.
So,
So
Reverse
reverse
Flash.
Flash? Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say the Reverse Flash. Don't they
Yep.
bring him back again anyway? I saw clips of that too, where like he's in Eobard's
He's-
body and he fucking tears his skin off, and it's the other guy, the
It's
original
the,
dude who was faking his. It's
Yeah.
weird. It was fucking
He
weird.
came back not too long ago, but he's dead. They killed him again.
Again. How long is it gonna be before he comes back again?
Not at all, because this is the final season.
Well, I mean, if the show was to continue, he obviously would come back.
like, honestly, I think
Well,
the
the reason
actors
why
in
it's
the
in is
show,
because
they're
the
pretty freaking
Flash
underrated.
actors doesn't want to make anymore.
Well, that's what they said. Yeah, they said that. I can't remember his name.
He was in control of it. He was the reason why they were making more, because he enjoyed playing it. Which, my opinion, I think the DCU should take him up and make him the Flash. I don't like.
I was thinking.
Ezra
I don't
Miller?
like the. I
Such a
do.
good
In my
actor.
he's just a douchebag in my opinion.
Who, Ezra Miller? Or are you talking about
Uh-huh.
the one from the TV show?
No, Ezra Miller, the one that plays the live action, the one that's coming out in the
The
new
one in
Flash
the robot
movie.
suit? Didn't they make
Yeah.
them meet each other?
No.
I thought I saw like a
Oh
picture.
yeah, they met each other in real life as like a little.
No.
like, the
They
Spider-Man
met.
movie.
They met as Flashes together. He was in his suit, and the TV show Barry was in his like.
They might have. I don't know.
I wish
I
the
saw a
TV
picture of
show
that or
was the
something,
movie
or like
Barry.
That's what I said. I
small
think they
clip
met
of
while
it.
they were in costume. But no, I think they should. But it's dumb. Like I don't.
Like the TV show Barry has so many people's hearts because he was like the first live action.
Yeah,
not
he
the
is.
first, but
He was the first good one.
Popular live action Flash. that
He
everybody
is the
knows
Flash
about.
for me. I cannot picture anybody else as the Flash
Yeah.
but him. He's
He
the
fits
Flash.
so well.
And when they brought out Ezra Miller,
Flash,
it's
I'm
not like
like-
he. I don't find anything wrong with him, but I don't see him as the Flash, especially now with that dumbass metal suit. That shit looks so stupid. The Flash does not wear a metal suit, and it's even dumber that he does. Like, what? That thing would be so heavy and so resistant to speed that it would make zero sense to make a suit out of fucking metal for the Flash. Why would you?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
I don't know.
It looks so stupid. It just ruins the entire concept to me. I can't get behind why they thought that was a good fucking idea. And every time I see him, I'm like, what were you doing? What kind of drugs were you? Were you on Walter's meth, huh? Were you, you on Walter's White's meth? You were on that other shit though, huh? That's what she was doing. You were on that other shit. Gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah. So that's how I feel about current TV shows right now. They're just like going back to the old stuff. It's okay. I think it's just because like Breaking Bad was before my time, or like it came out when I was a kid, so it wasn't something I was supposed to watch anyway. And so I guess I missed a lot of the stuff that made the show very good. So going back and watching it like I've been doing doesn't help because I'm still missing a lot of stuff. And
there's so many movies that like mom and dad say, "Hey, have you watched this? We haven't shown you this. We have failed as your parents." I'm like,
yeah,
it's
so true.
Yeah, I've heard your mom say that so many times.
It's so true to me because, like, yes, there are good movies, but at the same time, that's because they grew up in that era. We're growing up in our own era, so we should experience our own movies that we'll tell our kids, hey, did we ever show you this movie? No, we didn't. What kind of parents were we? You see what I mean? Like it's just a different era of children coming up, you know, or not an era, but like it's a different time period. Yeah, generation. You know, they had their generational childhood TV shows and movies and things, and we have ours. So it's dumb to me that we like put down the kids of this generation for being like, you know, different. But it's like, weren't you guys different from your generation of parents too? Why are we being fucking hated on all the time? You know, like how everybody hates on Gen Z. It's like, but what do you want us to be?
Honestly, we hate on our own generation too. Don't even
I get it. I get it.
Well,
we have stupid people in our generation, but it was the same thing with our parents' generation. All our parents were probably like, oh, our generation is the dumbest fucking generation ever. How dare we, you know, do this or whatever. And, you know, their parents were probably like, you guys are fucking stupid. You do the dumbest shit. And, you know, that's what we're going through now. All our parents are like, you're stupid. You're dumb as shit. Why do you guys do this stuff? It doesn't make any sense. And we'll do the same thing when we have kids too. And we'll do it without even realizing it because it's just how it fucking works. It's just, I don't know. I don't like the way that the generations hate on each other right now. It's very toxic, and I understand that we don't like some of the things that we do, but I think we need to all come together and realize that as generations, we're gonna have differences, and that's just how it has to be. You know? Like
yes and no.
Kids are gonna be kids, and adults are gonna be adults. You can't really change that. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I'm really trying to find
wrong. I'm not saying, well, you're not really wrong at all, to be fairly honest. It also, but yes, our parents' generation shouldn't always like control our generation, but our generation is full of retards. I don't care what anybody says. We're just full of retards. This stupid wokeness shit is retarded.
It is. Yeah,
it's like no matter what, you can say demonetize or anything else. I don't care. Cancel it. I don't care.
You can't say retard. You can't say retard. You can't say retard. Oh wait, why? Retard just means stupid. It just has a more negative connotation. Oh, yeah, speaking of which, one of the topics was swear words. You guys want to start talking about that shit? How dumb it is?
Let me finish my quote.
Yeah. Go ahead. My bad.
No, but no, it's fine. But no, it's just because it's been really funny because what I've realized in like growing up that I've had a way more older friends than my age generation because I just get along with their viewpoints more or less. It's just because I just can't stand the way our generation thinks.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I absolutely agree. Yeah.
It's just like I see it every day. Like just recently with the Tennessee shooting, there was transgender people protesting For some reason.
Oh, because
Wait,
because the
what?
shooter.
Yes, because they kept people wouldn't understand. People kept misgendering in quotation mark the shooter. I don't give a fuck. That
I'm
bitch
sorry,
was
that motherfucker
female.
don't have
She
any
was born
goddamn
female.
rights. I don't give
She
a
was
fuck.
female. She shot up a school. And she
Wait,
took 8 bullets.
I've lost all respect for them then. I've lost all respect for LGBTQ if they were really out there doing that.
But
I'm
people
sorry,
were
but
trying
that
to-
shit
people
right
were
there
also- I don't
ruins
know the
everything
truth.
for your cause. If you're gonna go out there and complain about who the fuck is calling the shooter the fucking person who attempted to and did murder and steal other people's lives from them because they were unhappy with how their life, that, nah, fuck you. Fuck you and everything you fucking stand for.
It's so funny to me because when I was younger, because I feel like I was different because not to say, oh, I'm different, I'm so awesome, because
No,
Oh,
like,
you're different.
I grew
You're
up in
special.
I'm so special.
You're such a
I feel
special
like,
snowflake.
I
See,
mean
I'm a
I mean
snake.
because like when technology was like just coming up around the time I was born, like, so I like grew up younger, more impressionable with the internet. I was growing up with the internet, and I had access to internet more and more as I grew up.
Yeah, I feel like I
And so when
kind
I
of
was
grew up in
like,
that time.
We did. Me
you
and you
kinda
didn't
did, but
until
It was like it
like
was
our high
just
school, our
getting
middle school, high
big.
school.
Like it was
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
getting big as we
I've, like-
started to get into school. Because I remember, like in elementary school, we were playing on the computers with like art software, like
Yeah.
really early versions of it. But we were
And when
playing
I
with like
was in-
art software.
and when I was in elementary school, I was already playing freaking Roblox and stuff. It was like there was already computer games that were on that. Sorry, oh my gosh, that were already like fully formed. Like you could go play this game.
Like Flash
With other
games?
people.
Is that what you mean?
No,
Mhm.
not flash games. Like Roblox, Roblox games.
came out 2008.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, is that? I feel like that. No, it's not a Flash game because Flash
It's-
got deleted a couple of years ago, didn't it?
It got revamped. It got re-added.
Oh, did
A
they
new
remake
form
it?
of
I
it
thought
did.
they canceled it altogether. That's why you couldn't
Like-
play Flash
a new
games
form of-
anymore.
New form
Like
of
when
it.
I was
Oh.
like when I was like 8 or 9, I grew up playing like Flash games, like the websites, like Girls Go Games and all those
Mhm.
other games
Yep,
and
mini
stuff.
clip,
But
all
like,
that stuff. I remember that. That was a good time.
but like when I was like 10 or something, or maybe like 9 or 10, it was Roblox, and it was like talking with other people.
Yep,
And was like,
yep.
oh, this is so cool.
I remember when that happened. I think I was like 14 or something. I was in middle school. I
Yeah.
didn't even know it existed, but all the other kids did, and it was because I think
found it
I think
out
I
of
started getting
random
to Minecraft
curiosity.
around that time.
Yeah,
I
I
was-
found it out of curiosity. I found it because I was trying to find games to play when I was in elementary school. Really,
Or no,
and it's
I
really
wasn't.
funny because I played it.
and like all those things have molded me so weirdly, because when I was younger, I always thought that like the left point of view, like gay people are awesome. Kids should be able to be trans and non-binary and all that shit.
I
just-
definitely don't
that
agree
just-
with how
I-
kid. I don't agree with kids.
Well,
No.
I'm gonna make a point on that in a second
all.
whenever she's done talking.
I don't agree with any of that stuff that I used to agree with, because the internet said, "Oh, this is cool, this is awesome, you should totally do this stuff." I'm like,
I
Peer
don't.
pressure.
I definitely don't agree with the
recently-
kids part.
I don't. I heavily do not agree with the kids part. Like
it's like, have you?
I have a point
I don't
on
want
that
to.
too.
I don't.
I'm
I don't
getting
want
ready to
to.
say.
Yeah. I
I-
think that's a good topic to go into, and I don't want to cut you off. But before I forget this note, I was listening to an r/story the other day while I was at work because I like to listen to his podcast, and I think was it one of his podcasts? I don't remember if it was him or not.
I don't think so. I haven't seen him do a podcast like that.
It was some podcast, and I listened to it a lot. But one of his parents, I don't remember what it was. They were talking about their child, and the child was like newborn, like
Mhm.
0 to 1 years old,
Oh, not speaking, not able to think for
not
himself at all.
speaking, not able to do anything, and then they were like, this toddler / baby. We just knew he wanted to be a girl, and I
No.
lost my
no.
fucking shit. I was like,
Yeah, I've
fuck
seen-
you,
oh,
fuck everything you think you stand for. Like, this may be a hot take and this may get this podcast canceled immediately, but what the fuck are you on? Are you on Walter White's Crystal, dude? Cause like,
So-
what
Yeah,
the
I'm
fuck
sorry,
are
but you need
you
to put that
thinking?
baby
What?
up
They
for
were like,
adoption. You don't
before
need
he
him.
could even speak, he told us with his non-vocal cords that he wanted to be a girl, and I'm like, you are going to fuck
So-
this kid up for the rest of his
Okay.
life, you fucking insane bastards.
You
there's
are the parent.
there-
You're the type of parents that get their kids bullied.
Exactly. Like,
the
what is
TLC
wrong
show.
with you? Let the
There's a
kid come to
TLC
his own realization. You're fucking insane.
Okay, so speaking on that, there's a TLC show. I forgot what her name was, but the parent, her mother was like, his mother was 2 years old, or his mom had him when he was 2 years old. 2 years old. He's like, yeah, he wants to be a girl. He told me because he likes wearing dresses. I'm like, what?
So
fuck?
any fucking young boy likes to wear dresses. It's just something that they do because it's like their imagination's going crazy,
It's
you know?
colorful. It's fun. They don't know what gender is.
I'm
Exactly.
sorry.
It's
When
the
I
same.
was young, my sister put freaking pigtails in my hair.
Yeah,
Really?
like
Damn.
Yeah, I'm dead ass serious.
I didn't even know
mind
you
it
had hair
real-
long enough to do
when
that
I was a
shit.
kid,
Yeah, when I
when
was
I was a
younger,
kid,
yeah.
I hated shirts so much. I ran around shirtless half the time and naked. I'm like, nobody told me I had to be a boy for that.
Because you don't.
Exactly. Like,
Free the nipple. Joking. It's a joke.
No, what's wrong with free the nipple?
I was joke. I was just.
free the nipple.
I meant for grown ass women. I mean,
Free the nipples.
I don't know how people view that kind of shit.
No,
Personally,
like,
I don't give a fuck, but I know some people don't. I think it's like the whole the Christianity beliefs of like nudism
I'm
things
sorry,
like
what?
that.
In the- I'm
That's
pretty-
why America is like
sure
one of
the
the only
Bible-
countries.
but I'm pretty sure in the Bible, the whole thing was
People-
Adam and Eve.
well,
Yeah,
they
but
weren't-
Adam and Eve fucked it up, and that's why we wear clothes now. That's why.
Okay, so
But it's a
if we're not-
Christian belief, or it's just like anything that has to do with God, like any of those religions.
So,
Um,
why don't we take off the?
shit.
Why don't if it had to do with Adam and Eve, and that's why we wear clothes and stuff. Oh, hold on.
I mean, it is. It all comes back to religion, or America's like main religion, which is Christianity. So all of that stuff is the reason why America is so sensitive to nudity. Because if you go to other cultures, nudity is not that big of a deal. Nudity really doesn't fucking matter to other countries. I mean, there are other places where it is like that, you know, like Britain. You can't just go to Britain and do the same thing. But again, Britain also came from the same general religion like we
Great.
did. So, you know, they have the same general principles about how nudity works. But back to the topic we were talking about before I start talking about shit I don't know what I'm talking about, which I'm already sure I'm at that point.
So, hold on. Before you, I need to finish what I was.
Yeah,
going to
that's
say.
what I was trying to get us back to.
So, like a few months ago, I think it was like 2 months ago or something. I found I think they're called the Daily Wire, but there's this girl called Brett Cooper who has a YouTube channel and does all this stuff, and I'm like, holy crap! I agree with these people way more than I agree with what I thought I did. Like,
Yeah.
what is it called? Like, they're, I guess, conservative views.
I mean, I don't really care about the political views. I just care about what
That's like
actually
the-
makes sense and what seems right.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And then
like,
I guess I'd be called a liberal for that because, like,
oh,
I don't
'cause
pick a
liberal-
side. Yeah, liberals or libertarians
liberal-
don't pick a side, I guess.
No, liberals are the people that are like, I think they're left. Oh, I guess they're called leftists.
Well,
I don't know.
let's not talk about politics. That's something we shouldn't talk about at all. Anything really.
I don't know.
Um,
I don't know what they're called.
I mean, I'm
Never
going
mind.
to talk about it, but I'm not going to say what I believe in because I just don't. I don't
I mean,
believe
I'm
in
not, like-
politics. I think it's
I don't
just
care.
it's annoying.
I
Everybody
feel like-
everybody always has to force their political views on people. I just
that's
believe
the
in what's
thing.
right. Like that's all I care about.
Even
Is it right? Does it
even
make
the
sense to be
whole
right?
even the whole trans thing is like political because everything now is forced to be political.
Yeah, everything is forced to be politics, and that's absolutely true. That's why I refuse to try and put my 2 cents in on politics, and I just go, you know what? I'm not gonna take part in it. Like everything has to be red or blue, and I'm sorry, but that just I've been told my entire life I think black and white, and I believe it because that's how I think. But even I realize that as wrong as that kind of thinking is, the political system is the exact same way. Everything has to be black or white. There is no in between. You're either
There's
on the
no
black side or you're on the white side, but you can't be both. Because if you're both, then you're a horrible person. And why are you part of America? And how dare you live in our system without voting and all that other shit? Like it's just, I absolutely fucking agree. I feel like politics is something that just needs to be done away with, or it shouldn't be as extreme of a thing as it is, because it's far too extreme for what it should be.
That thing to say it's never going to be.
I know, it never will be, and that's sad. It's sad that that can never be a view that's accepted. It's sad that politics are always going to be just something that everybody has a pissing contest about, and it's always going to be black or white, and there's never going to be any gray area, even though life is all about gray area. That's just how life works. It's just it's a horrible thing. It's a horrible thing, and it's the reason that our society right now is just going to fucking shit. Because everything has to be about politics. So, on that note, fuck politics. I hate them. What were we talking about?
Transgender shit.
Oh yeah, and she was talking
moving
about
on from the political shit.
yeah. So
Well, let me say my point real fast.
yeah,
with
go
that.
ahead. I
So
forgot
as
we
you
missed
were,
yours.
Ow. So as you were saying earlier, no adult has the right to speak to a minor about gender or whatever
Gender,
it's called,
sex, whatever.
or orientation or whatever. It is not, for one, it's not their right. It's not their no belief, no nothing. Should not. A teacher should not talk to elementary school teachers about it, and I see stuff on that all the time, and it just pisses me off.
Yeah,
Like I'm seeing constant, we're saying we're about gender pronouns and all this other bullshit. I'm sorry, if I'm a parent and you do that, I'm going up there and beating the ever living shit out of that teacher.
Okay.
No, I'm not kidding. I'm kidding. They need to lose their teaching license, and they don't need to be there anymore.
But I understand that point of view, but hot take.
I don't care. I'm sorry, but it's not. It's
I
not.
get it. I understand where you're coming from, and what you're saying does make sense in the fact that like it's not that teacher's place to even talk to your kid about that. That's your place as a parent to talk to your kid about that. And the fact that that teacher would even be discussing that with your child, or why that would even be a conversation between your kid and that teacher is weird to me in the first place. I don't know how they got there, or why they're communicating on that level. But I do understand that trans people, I guess, it's just people who want to be gender fluid, as they call it, which I don't. It's all dumb to me. People who want to be, a different gender or whatever, or not the gender that they started out as.
Literally me 2 years ago.
Exactly, I know, right? Isn't that the fucking truth bomb? God damn it, you fucked me up. I can't remember what I was gonna say.
I'm sorry, but literally, like,
it's just not other people's places to talk to kids about that. And I don't believe that parents I don't even think kids should have a right to say what they want to be until they become like teenagers. Because as we've already discussed, as a young child, just because you play with girly stuff, or I put in quotations girly stuff like Barbies and shit, doesn't mean you want to be a girl just because you're a young kid. Like, there was this one there was this one other thing I saw the other day about a dad who went out and bought his kid some boots because his son was playing with like girly shoes or something, like high heels or something. He bought him boots to like show him that it's a manly thing to buy boots, or I can't remember, maybe it was something along those lines. Either the mother was complaining that he was trying to force a thing on him, or the dad was trying to force the fact that this is his role in life as a man. Like, this is what he's supposed to like. It was one of those two. And it's just kind of sad to see that that's where our world has gone. That, that we just have to do that kind of shit to kids. Like, it's just so sad.
I feel like that's always been a thing, honestly.
Yeah. It's
well, no, honestly, actually, no, because with colors, like the whole color thing,
color. The whole color. What are we on about now? Hold on.
Like pink too. Like pink is a girl's color. Blue.
Oh yeah, no, I never agreed with that. I mean, that's a dumb idea.
Hold on. So you want to know? Back in like the 1800s, blue or pink used to be a boy's color because it was bright, strong. It was a bright, strong color, like vibrant, strong color. So boys wore pink.
I mean,
and girls wore blue because it was a more muted, toned down color. Like
I'm pretty sure men tried to at least a couple of years ago, men tried to reclaim the whole pink thing. Remember, they were like, pink's a man's color or whatever, or a man ain't afraid to wear pink. Like, I know that became a big thing for a little while.
All those shirts and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I know the pink thing became a big fiasco, and then like colors just kind of lost their meaning as like boy or girl, that kind of stuff. I know we still hold like the whole baby shower thing as like, oh, you're a boy or you're a girl type thing, which fair enough. It's tradition. I don't see that being so bad because it's like it just helps everybody identify, oh, blue's a boy, pink's a girl. That's how it's always been. Everybody understands the concept. But there's no reason to force it on people, like beyond that point. All right.
Yeah. Fuck. What am I trying to say?
The color stereotypes. That's what we were talking about.
My brain shorted out. I'm sorry. Continue on.
What else? Oh, right. You know what? I forgot what I wanted to talk about, and I definitely want to get in this podcast. Sorry, everybody. You probably don't know. Who are we as people? We're just throwing our fucking opinions out into the damn wind, and not a single person knows who we are.
I'm person. I'm me.
So, as Yeet, Wrath, and Akira, we're going to go through each other, and we're going to go see, like, what do you do? Or, like, who are you as a person, your values, or you don't even have to say your values. Just who are you as a person on YouTube? What is your persona? How did you come up with your persona and all that stuff? If you'd like to share. If we want to start Wrath or Akira, I'm fine with that.
How about you start? So we have an example.
Sorry, what was happening?
I mean, I already gave an example. Just give your values. Like, I put
then go first. It's fine.
I put it in the right there. It's in the Discord right there. With the origin idea of YeetMeister. That's who I am. That's my channel name. Please feel free to well, you're already watching it on my channel if you're watching this. The origin of YeetMeister. Let's see. It was Swagger Souls. That's what it was. I got the idea from Swagger Souls. I don't know him. I watched his videos a lot, and there was one episode where he's like, I'm the YeetMeister, and I was like, holy shit, that's fucking hilarious. And so I just kind of adopted the YeetMeister personality, and that I just made it my own, because nobody else was YeetMeister. I mean, there's a lot of other channels, but none of them actually look like they've taken off, but I made YeetMeister me. And so far it's been working, and I'm going to continue to try and become someone on YouTube, because I really do want to be someone on YouTube. I want to be able to want to be able to come on YouTube and ask everybody how their day was and if they're doing all right and that they're, amazing people, that they would take any time out of their day to come spend time with me and play games and watch me stream or just, watch my recordings and things like that. Because I feel like I could make a difference in the world if I could do that. Not saying it will happen, but I'm going to try my damnedest to make it that way. Because I feel like I can make a future on YouTube that would be brighter. But that is the origin of YeetMeister. Now, my persona is pretty much just me fucking around, playing with friends, doing whatever. I mean, I'm still trying to learn how my persona works. Because it's like, sometimes I feel like when we do our recording sessions, what I'm doing as YeetMeister, I feel like portrays too much on my negative side sometimes, and so I try to cut those out of my video, and I'm like, but if I do that, am I really showing who I really am by cutting out that part of me, just by being like, oh, this isn't me, you never get to see me negative, and it's like, if I do that, then I'm not really sharing who I am, and I'm not really making the world a better place by hiding my true self. And I kind of have to understand that you're going to make cringy shit too. That's one of the biggest things I've had to learn. I always listen to YouTubers who started out and they're like, you're going to make cringy shit. And if you don't, then you're a liar. And I didn't believe it. I legitimately didn't believe it. I thought I could just start off being like, those bigger YouTubers like Markiplier and stuff. Because he was like one of the biggest people who inspired me to be on this path in the first place. And he's fucking right. He's absolutely right. You are going to make cringy shit, but you have to accept that that's just the truth. If you don't make cringy shit, then you're not a real YouTuber. You have to do it. It's going to be an inevitability, and you just have to accept it. And it's a hard fucking lesson because I hate it, but I'm going to continue to improve myself as best as I can because I genuinely believe in what I'm doing and I want this to work out for me. But on that note, that's YeetMeister. That's who I want to be, and I'll hand it off to somebody else. Who wants to go next?
Okay, now I have one thing to say. How the fuck are we gonna lead off on this?
This is why I didn't want to go first, because I knew you guys didn't put any like, you didn't put a lot of effort into, or you didn't have a lot of time to think about what you wanted to say. I'd been thinking about that since I put that in the fucking chat. What was it, on the 28th? 8 days ago? 6 days ago? 7?
Well, I mean,
a fucking week ago is when I put that in there. I have already thought about that a while ago because I was gonna make a video on it and be like, this is me or whatever. But I thought, you know what? I'll save it for the podcast because that's a good topic to talk about. But enough about me. Your guys' turn. I mean, you don't have to have as much as I have to say because it's not your channel. So if you don't really believe in what I believe, that's okay.
oh shit. Well, I guess I'll go next since I have a few points I guess I can talk about. Well, I'm Wrath, or let me just rephrase that. One of my aliases is Wrath. My main
Hi,
channel name is
Wrath. Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought that would be funny. I'm sorry. Continue.
Immediately when you said that, I just thought of the, Horton Hears a Who, when the thing just goes in the derpy face and goes back into the grass. Just the perfect picture to just pop in my head. Don't know why.
I'm sorry. Continue, sir.
I try to make that meme all the time, but no. Off the top of my head, I really my name is based off the 7 Deadly Sins. Like not necessarily just the anime, but just the concept in general, like the actual true 7 sins.
Yep.
I've always liked them and liked the concept of them and like the linking and stuff because I'm not really religious at all, but that is something I do like and like the concept of. So I've always been that, and like I also have, which you'll probably find out really, really fast, I have a rage side. When it comes to playing games, I can get very aggravated with games when I play. So, especially when we start streaming more, and we'll start streaming games, you'll find if we're playing, like, something comes out in the future, like a Dark Souls game that's a multiplayer, and I'm just getting railed, you're gonna see some phase Jev moments in me. Just flip a keyboard or something. So, I mean, So that's why I picked Wrath, because I've always really liked it, and I've always had like an inner rage side with me.
I mean,
Um,
everybody does.
Yeah, you just let it out a lot easier and faster than most other people can handle.
Especially in games. It's only games. Like I never really liked that in real life as often as it seems. Like it's just when it's my game persona. I guess it's just a way for me to unload, so I don't have to restrict myself anymore.
You
So
just had to pick the word unload, didn't you?
Yep. Unload. Unload everything.
I don't know if that was just me, but when he said that, I kind of like had a I had like a sour face for a second. Like, I'm not sure if that was the right word to pick.
You know, when you said that, I just immediately imagined your mother when she makes that face.
Oh yeah. I have
She
that
makes it.
sour
Her face
face
is
too.
just so
Yep.
funny.
I picked up her sour face for sure.
Your dad just looks at you and blinks.
He's like I'm
He
so
just
done
stares
with this
into your
bullshit.
soul.
Yeah.
He stares into your soul and talks with you through that. Like, are you sure that's what you meant? And
He's
why did you say
like, are you sure you want to go with that one?
that? Some freaking John Cena thing. Looked at a wall. Are you sure about that?
Yeah, exactly. Are you sure about that?
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yep.
Well, we have generally the same amount of views when it comes to things. There's been some that we've had opposite views on, but we've always talked about it, or at least somewhat talked about it to the best of our ability.
There's a cat in my room meowing and it's pissing me off. Sorry for interrupting you again. I am a horrible person. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I
My cat's
just-
currently sitting on my bed facing the wall.
You guys gave me all your attention and I'm over here being an asshole.
It just makes it funnier. It's fine. It's no big deal. But yeah, that's really it about my persona. Again, me and Mr. Yeet have the same views
Absolutely.
for the most part, and if we don't, we normally always talk about it.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it gets a little heated, but
Who's
not friends if it's not heated?
Oh, you want to get heated, dude?
Bend over. I'm just kidding.
Okay. Wait,
but
when?
yeah,
When?
yesterday.
Damn it. I'm late. No,
Well,
I'm not
I
gay.
guess-
I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I'm
not-
sorry.
it's not gay.
It's not gay if you say no
happening.
homo. It's not gay if you say no homo. No homo. No homo.
Why
Oh.
are you gay?
All right, so I guess are we
Even if
gonna
you say-
we gonna
even
move
if
over?
You say no homo. Yeah, we will. 1 second. Even if we say no homer, homer.
Homer? No Homer. No.
You did that so well. Oh,
Have you
another
heard,
thing you
have
could
you heard
also
my
bring
Arthur
back.
impression?
No, but
Akira loves my fucking Arthur impression. She absolutely loves it. Every time I do it, she's like, "How?"
I do. It's so good.
Well, one thing you could also bring up is the fact you always have you're really good at and really well and kind of interest in voice acting. So
I gotta train a lot better. I can do a couple of voices, but that's because they're within my voice range. There's a lot of voices that I've tried that I am not good at. I promise you. What is it?
you always
Alistair
liked it.
from Hasbin Hotel. I can do that one pretty good. I kind of like it. It's a fun accent to try.
Do
So
your
I guess
Arthur.
are we gonna move on to Akira?
yeah,
Akira.
cricket noise.
Oh,
Chirp. Chirp. Oh, there you go.
I don't know what to say.
Where
Well,
did Akira come from?
Yeah, I was gonna say, where did Akira come from, and how do you want her to be perceived on you? Like, what is your understanding of why she exists on YouTube? Plus, like, don't you have channels on YouTube that you would maybe like to promote if you do end up making videos eventually?
I don't have any videos.
Unless you
I
want to make a new
mostly-
channel that's under the name of Akira, which could be done.
I'm
You
mostly
can just change the name of it.
I'm mostly a storyteller. I make and write stories a lot of the time. I make a lot of characters and do a lot of design stuff. I have some experience in editing, and Akira sort of came about one of my newest kind of blank character. Like, I have an idea around her, but I've had her for years, but I just started revamping her recently.
Damn, I didn't know that she existed for that long.
Yeah, she did. She has existed for years. She was nothing like what she is now, which is something that I kind of want to share, but
Well,
all of the
then
stories
share
are.
it. It's all right.
I've never finished a whole story, but I have plans to like write a book and make a comic and do all these things that is just so I have so many ideas in my head that I want to just share with the world.
Well, it sounds like what you should do, and I think it would be really good for you, is you should go ahead and have a notebook or a tablet that you can write your ideas on, or even, damn, go to your laptop and open up your notes page and just write down ideas that you have available when you think of them, so that way, if you do end up forgetting them later on, you can always just open up your notes tab and be like, oh yeah, I remember about that. Let me see what I can do about that now. That's what a lot of creative people do. They just put stuff on their notes. And then if they end up forgetting about them or they don't end up getting to them in a timely manner, they can always be like, okay, I can reserve time for that, here or there. It'll help you out. Trust me. I'm the same way. I have all kinds of crazy ideas. I think YouTube was one of those biggest ones, but I took me forever to get started on it because I didn't know where to start. And then I kept forgetting about it, and now here I am on YouTube posting. I mean, I'm not a big channel. I have 8 subscribers right now, but I hope to go somewhere eventually, like I said. So if you apply yourself and really believe in what you're, you know, if you really believe, and I'm not doing this like a Disney Channel thing. If you legitimately believe in the cause and purpose that you are trying to sell people on, then you're going to make it happen because you're going to want it to happen. So
Yeah.
as long as you just figure out a way to remember those ideas and keep those ideas available to you so that they'll stay alive, I have no doubt you're going to go places. No doubt in my mind. I think Akira could become something absolutely amazing if you really gave it your all.
I really like cows.
Moo.
Moo. I really like cows. I don't know where that came from, but I just like it.
I mean, hey, I asked you for your personality and I asked you for your persona, and you know what? You gave it to me.
Oh, I'm making a new character right now. It's like so you know the mushrooms from Minecraft?
Yeah.
The mushrooms.
Are you making a
I'm
mushroom
I'm making-
cow?
mushroom lady.
I'm
Mushroom lady.
making so
A
I'm
heifer.
making I'm making like a mushroom. Hold on, let me find the picture because I just made it. I just made like a general idea. It's nowhere near finished, but I'm making like a kind of like a because my two favorite things are cows and space, and my favorite color is red, and mushrooms are red, and mushrooms
Right.
are cool too.
Okay.
So I was
I just
I'm making like an astronaut mushroom.
I just wanted to let you know that if you wanted to do that, if you wanted to go through like all your ideas, I feel like what you should do is save these ideas instead of saying them on the podcast. And you should, we could either save a whole podcast episode for you just going over the ideas that you've done, or we could make like a video on your channel where we, help you brainstorm some ideas that you can write down and use for later. That kind of stuff. And you could post that. And you could be like, this is my, you could post that video on your, Akira channel, and that could be your, let's say, goals for 2023, goals to attempt to achieve in 2023. And when you come back by the end of the year, you'll see how much you've actually done from your goal list. A way to progress check yourself,
I need to do that. I've actually been talking about getting a notebook and keeping a notebook on me at all times. That way, if I think of something, I'll just
Well,
write it
just
down.
use your phone. Your phone should have like a notes app on it or something.
Nah,
That's how
I'd
my
rather
phone
just-
does.
mine does too, but I rather write it down. I seem to do better when I physically write it down with pen and paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would do really well for you. But we are getting close to that time. Um,
Yeah,
I
I was
hope
going
you
to say the same
guys
thing.
did enjoy this episode. This was, I know it was out of order. We should have started with the other stuff. Us telling you about who we are and that kind of thing. That would have made a lot more sense. But I'm gonna leave it the way it is, just
It
because
flowed.
I think it works as well as we did. Honestly, I hope you guys just enjoyed, you know, watching the mindless background gameplay as you listen to our podcast. Because I you know what? I had fun. I did have fun. I didn't think I didn't think it was gonna go this well our first run. I definitely think I said some controversial things that may get this episode completely fucked over, and I'm sorry if that's the case, you guys, because I just ruined our one opportunity to start up. But other than that, I genuinely had fun making this. I enjoyed doing it. I look forward to making more of these. I think. What do you guys want to do? You think one a week would work? Like
Yeah,
we could
that'd be
just
fine.
we could just write down
Well,
ideas or like whatever we've experienced over the last week, and we'll just kind of talk about it. I feel like that works.
ooh, we're gonna have a good one whenever I come back from, because I'm going.
Oh yeah,
I
you're gonna be gone
leave
for
to
2 weeks,
go.
huh?
Not 2 weeks. I'll be gone for a week. I'm going out of the country this Thursday,
Oh
or
yeah,
technically
so
Saturday. I'm going to Miami on Thursday, staying in Miami Friday, and leaving Miami to go to Mexico
oh yeah,
on
so
Saturday, and I'll
so
be
you're gonna
gone a
have a
whole
good ass
ass
time.
week.
Hell yeah.
Oh yes.
We might just reserve
Um,
that whole episode for you to tell us what happened.
nude
Hopefully,
beaches, lots of
well,
them.
if you're
I'm
going
just
to
kidding.
Mexico, just stay away from the blow, all right?
I mean, every one of the places we're going to, its own little, are like or like little sectioned areas for like the cruise line. They own all that stuff and everything.
Okay. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, so it's like tourist area. Like there's only one, and it's
Well,
Costa Maya, that's actually in Mexico.
Well, be careful in the foreign countries because I know apparently if you're a foreigner coming to new countries, there's like a lot of scam tactics that people
Oh,
use.
I know. I'm not. Oh, I. That's the one thing I pay attention to on
Yeah.
like Instagram and stuff like that.
Oh
I watch
yeah,
a
they're
bunch.
always talking about
They
that
pop
shit.
up all the time.
They're like in France, don't look away from your watch, don't talk to people, try to like I'm like I'm like if someone tries to pull that kind of bullshit on me, we're fighting right there. Like we are squaring the fuck up, bro. I don't care if I'm foreign or not. You don't get to fucking try and fight me on this shit. But you know what? I'm not gonna continue that thought. We could talk about foreign countries and shit like that and our experiences in the next podcast episode. But for now, I've been YeetMeister, and these guys have been. Fuck! You ruined the flow. Why? Hello?
Do it.
No. Okay. Fine. Okay. We'll just scrap that. All right. Let me just rewind.
No,
I've
my
been
mom-
There's a cow
YeetMeister.
in my
This has
closet.
been Akira and Wrath, and thank you for watching today's podcast episode, the
There's a
High
cow
Hopes
in my
podcast.
closet.
And I am, I guess, signing off. Adios, friends.
There's a cow in my closet.
What?
I kidnapped a cow. It's in my closet now.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I kidnapped
The
a cow.
wolf.
She actually has a cow in her closet.
I have a cow in my closet.
Yeah. I'm not going to explain that to anybody. You're just going to have to figure it the fuck out, huh? All right. Thanks for watching, guys. High Hopes
Kill them
Podcast
as
out.
freaking creatures.